Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Monday, June 28th. These are the charts of the day. And as promised yesterday, we're going to go over some of the Boxer shorts. So just in case the market does break, we're going to be prepared. Starting with, and we can't talk about all of them, but I'll review a vast majority of them. Anyway, AIXG, as you can see, the top pattern that built out over a 7 or 8 month period was broken at the end of May, snapped back to it here and here twice, was unable to break through and then began to roll over in the last few days. Let's take a closer look. You'll see that the down channel that's forming now calls for a move down towards 20. That's our next trading target, but there is support around 22. Avon Products, another strong uptrend followed by a multi-month topping process. A sharp break in early May, a lower low at the end of May, and then a bounce back to the declining moving average and lateral price resistance zone right up in here. Rolled over last week. This appears to be headed lower, and we'll see if that does occur. There's a major support zone around 25. If taken out, should lead to something in the high teens, maybe 20 area for starters. BlackRock is topped after a big run up that saw it move from about 86 up to 200 and let's see, it's about 240. Came down in January, February, bounced back in March, and then rolled over hard at the end of April. Been in a distinct sharp down channel, which calls for a move down towards the 135.38 area, currently 152. That's our next trading target. Ballet Technologies, after a nice run up, topped out over a multi-month period, broke down after double topping from January and May, broke down early May, made lower lows at the end of May, early June, and again at the in the last 7 or 8 sessions. That's at the bottom of the channel, but today's action down another $1.47 after yesterday's snapback indicates this may not be done, and matter of fact may be just beginning. My trading target is down around there's some support around 29.30. That will be the first target. Secondary target around 24.5. CEDC, another example of a stock that had topped went sideways for many months and broke down hard in April and May. Has formed a big wedge pattern here. The down channel indicates lower levels are possible and maybe even likely. Let's call for a move to the high teens and then the mid-teens. CF, Agricultural Chemical Company, broke hard in January and followed through in April and May and beginning of June before snapping back in a bear wedge here. But look at the technicals, barely budging, an indication that maybe this is not done yet on the downside, and we will look for something down around the 52 range trading target, currently at 64.58. CFN, CareFusion, the new one we put on the list a couple weeks ago. You can see the topping pattern that was and the neckline that was broken here has led to lower levels, and then today's bounce with rather unenthusiastic technicals, it indicates potentially more downside to come. CNX, Consolidated Energy, have been in formed a topping pattern, broke down, twice could not get through it, and then fell away hard, took out secondary support, and bounced near the 31.5 level, coming all the way back towards 40, and forming a bear wedge or bear flag of sorts with unenthusiastic and quiet technicals, very little confirmation here on this move, and what it appears to be is setting up for another leg down. It takes us down towards the 28.5 range from our trading target. DRQ, topping pattern for another one of the oil and gas equipment and drilling companies that have been suffering of late. After the breakdown occurred at the end of May, it snapped right back to resistance and then rolled over. But the sharp down channel here, with this rally coming on very negative and unenthusiastic technicals, confirming it looks like a rollover may be in play, and that if that does occur, a move down towards the $33 target. Once it does get through the 40 area would be the next trading target area. Google, massive uptrend, lateral price resistance was finally, support was finally broken, which became resistance. The stock then formed a big wedge pattern. Can actually draw a larger wedge right here, or coil. Last few sessions have drifted below that coil, and it appears that More downside may be underway. Lateral price support going way back and around the $430 area may be tested shortly. That's our next trading target. JDAS, after a big uptrend, formed a topping pattern, multiple bottoms around the 25, 24 and 3/4, 25 zone, was broken with a vengeance and heavy volume, snapped back to it, failed and pulled back. There may be some more downside to go on this. The next major support area, 18.5, 19 zone, as our trading target. Monsanto, which has been on our list for a long time, continues to press lower, finally breaking out of this bear flag that it formed, making new lows nearly every day, now in the high 40s. I'm not sure how much more downside we have on this, but I can tell you that until the trend turns, the trend is your friend. The trend is definitely down on this stock, and we could see something in the mid to high 30s before it's over. MSTR, in a big, long rising channel, was broken in February. The stock bounced around for a couple of months and then broke again, and now it's formed a big bear flag or wedge, and it appears that after 1, 2, 3, 4 legs down, we may get a fifth that takes us down into the low 60s. Price line, big breakdown on heavy volume in May. Lower lows were made, and the stock went sideways, consolidating for about the last 4 weeks, but certainly does not look like it wants to break out, with technicals extremely flat, indicating maybe more downside to come. My targets are 154 and 141. Perfect World, been on our short list for months now as well. Broke hard in May, been stair-stepping and sliding lower. I have a target around 18.5. STU, student loan, in a distinct down channel for the last several months after breaking down in February. Flagged here, broke down, it's now forming a wedge. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, a fifth wave may be coming that gets us down towards the 21 zone. Unisys, UIS, having broken in April hard, continued to stair-step its way lower, bounced to resistance, could not get through, and backed off. This one looks like it has a target around 15, 16 zone will be my target going forward. And then lastly is WLP, which also has had 1, 2, 3, 4 waves down. Looks like a fifth wave could take this down into the mid 40s, maybe low 40s. It's currently drifting and falling out of this bear flag that it formed with heavy resistance up around the 56 zone. This stock looks like it, if it takes out 49, could fall away pretty quickly. There you go, some short ideas for the rest of this week. Good luck, and we will talk to you tomorrow night.